feel, with this mic, I feel like a news reporter. Like I need to, anyways. Hello and welcome to this YouTube video. This seems like a talk show kind of setup, me sitting in an armchair with a microphone, but it's the best way I'm going to get the audio down. So this is your South African guide to sustainable fashion and how you can navigate it, especially since the new year's coming. I'm sure everyone has their own resolutions and goals that they're making. If you're looking for inspiration or have heard about sustainable fashion but just don't know where to start, keep watching. This video is for you. But before we talk about why it's important to make sustainable fashion choices, let's understand why it's important to step away from fast fashion. What is fast fashion? The Oxford Dictionary definition of fast fashion is inexpensive clothing produced rapidly by mass market retailers in response to the latest trends. The fast fashion industry doesn't care about people or the planet. It's only focused on producing clothes quickly for mass consumption. Sustainable fashion is advocating for fair labor and the protection of garment workers. It's asking questions like, who made my clothes? It's protecting young people of color, young designers whose designs are constantly being stolen by these huge fast fashion houses. When people hear sustainable fashion, they don't immediately recognize all these layers that this movement has. And that's a big part on why it's important to try, when you can, to make sustainable fashion choices. So before this intro gets any longer, let's get into ways that you, as a South African, oh fuck, you can hear the thunder. We'll proceed. I'm not scared of the rain. Let's get into ways that you, as a South African, can start exploring sustainable fashion. Hi. Do you want to be in the video? Hi. Come, Chase. Come. The first way you can make sustainable choices is to shop secondhand. As a South African, your online options at least, are to check out Instagram thrift stores, and there are a ton of them, so you can just see what your style is and seeing what your friends are selling. And lots of people just sell their clothes on Instagram or put stories up. Or you can head over to Jaeger Marketplace. Hope you're saying, I say Jaeger. I don't know if it's Jaeger. This is how it's spelled, which is just a selling site similar to Poshmark and Depop, which is more popular overseas. But I think people use Jaeger a lot more than they do. I say Jaeger Marketplace. I don't know what other people say. And lots of the stuff is in good condition. If you're not sure, ask the owner to send you more pictures. Okay. Point number 2 is thrifting, which is the same as point number 1, but I wanted to make it a separate point so we can talk about thrifting etiquette. 1, be kind. Don't make the people who work there hate their job, and don't make the people who walk in after you hate that they walked into the store. Number 2, buy clothes that are your size so you do not steal clothes from the people who need them. Number 3, thrifting is on the rise, but that also means it's being gentrified. Point number 3 is rental fashion, and this is not something I properly explored until this year. And my favorite rental fashion place that I've seen so far in South Africa is Style Rotate. The idea of renting clothes might seem a little insane, to put money into something that you won't own. We're so used to accumulating stuff and owning stuff. It might work for you, it might not, but hopefully it's something you can look into. What do you want? Hi, what do you want? Okay. Benefits of renting include 1, you have more room to experiment. I think there's a lot of pressure to buy the perfect thing because you're going to own it. You're buying it, and because you're going to own it, it's probably a lot more expensive. And then when you don't get as much use out of the item as you thought you did, it's a little bit disappointing. No one wants to experiment as much because you're putting money into this item. So if you think something is risky, not sure, have mixed feelings about an item, you're most likely not going to buy it. Rent it even if you have mixed feelings. Wear it, decide it's not really your style, and that's fine. You return it after whatever your rental period is. So why today? It was so clear the whole day. It was so clear. So yeah, there's more room to experiment with your fashion. Benefit number 2 of renting is it can be way more affordable. And it seems insane because you don't own the item forever, but it is in the long run. And I will put a side-by-side of 2 special occasion dresses, one from Zara and its price, and one from Style Rotate and its price. You get all your pictures, you feel super pretty and glamorous, and then return it, as opposed to buying a dress at the same like standard, just as beautiful. You wear it to the special occasion, but we have to admit, special occasions dresses you don't get the most out of. So in the long run, renting is way more economical, and again, more environmentally friendly, because you don't have this garment that you don't use just sitting in your closet. So that goes to point number 3. You recycling clothes, so you're reducing your waste. And number 4, buyer's hierarchy. The buyer's hierarchy says, 1, you should use what you already have, and if you can't, then you should borrow. So that's why renting is good. You're just borrowing clothes for an evening. I really have to do this video quick because this is insane. Let me show you the sky. When did it get like this? This is a disaster. Bye. New day, no rain. And we're on to point number 4, just to consume less. So this one sounds easier said than done, but I think it's fair to say that minimalism and sustainable living do or can go hand in hand, because if you own less, you're consuming less and bringing less into your life. You ultimately have less waste at the end of the day. So if you can be really, really happy with the clothing you have and kind of build a capsule with all your basics, you have your accent pieces, and you fall in love with your closet, then you really shouldn't have a reason to introduce new pieces regularly. And I found that I don't really shop as much. And if you're someone who does like dressing up, you would think that not buying more clothes would compromise your style and the way you express yourself. But it will actually make you a lot more creative, because you're literally shopping in your closet, looking at pieces you've owned for years and finding new ways to wear them and pairing them in ways you never would have thought would look cool. So it's falling in love with your clothes again. So consume less and really just look at what you already own. Like what you saw in the buyer's hierarchy earlier on, the most sustainable thing you can do is to use what you have. If you consume less, you force to use what you already have, and you might be surprised with the outfits you can come up with. And the last point of this video, number 5, is clothing care. So this goes without saying, but if you want your clothes to last and have the lifespan they deserve, you have to take good care of them. That goes on to point number 5 of navigating sustainable fashion, clothing care. Like links to point number 4 of consuming less, but if you're consuming less, that means you really, really have to cherish the clothes you already have, and with that comes good clothing care. That means paying careful attention to the wash instructions so that your clothes can get the lifespan they deserve. That means instead of tumble drying, trying to hang them outside. That's less strain on the materials of your clothes. If you have a steamer, steam your clothes as opposed to ironing so they don't have harsh direct heat all the time. There's lots of things you can do to take good care of your clothes. And another big part of clothing care is to alter and mend your clothes. And of course, you can pay someone to do this for you, take them in somewhere, but it's also really easy to do by yourself. You don't need a machine. I've altered lots of my clothes just at home with a sewing needle. Most people want to discard or get rid of their clothes when they see a hole or a faulty zip, when really your clothes deserve a long lifespan. If there's a problem, give them to someone to fix for you, pay someone to fix them, or see if you can do it yourself, which could be a fun project. Those are all the tips I have on helping you navigate sustainable fashion in a South African context. They're all very simple, but if you don't know where to start, I hope this is a good start for you. And if you've made it to this point, thank you for watching this video. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. I'll be posting fashion, lifestyle, and sustainability videos twice a week. See you later this week with another one.